Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Leisha, artist name Leisha Liz, and this is the fourth video in this little series where I see if Chat GPT can describe my songs. So we are on the last song of my first EP, I Sin Differently, and we're on the title track, I Sin Differently. So I have the Chat GPT session open from my song, I Hate the System, so I'm just gonna see if I can add on to that because it has like my name and my artist from like the previous song. So if not, we're gonna, do the lyric thing again. So can you describe Leisha's song, I Sin Differently? We'll see what we get. What I'd expect from I Sin Differently. Thematic tone, that's interesting. It hasn't done this before. Thematic tone, confession or confrontation, perhaps acknowledging shortcomings or how the singer breaks rules in her own unique way. Interesting. Emotional arc, introspective verses that build into a potent, self-aware chorus, possibly exploring the tension between acceptance and transgression. Musical feel, atmospheric production, indie pop, all instrumentation, and emotionally changed vocals similar in feel to I Hate the System, which sonically is similar to I Hate the System, so interesting. All right, let's copy the lyrics, put that in there. Okay, he keeps saying that it's an anthem. I feel like it's said that it's an anthem for like every song, which not every song is an anthem, okay? Like I will accept the compliment, but I know. Okay, thanks for sharing the lyrics. I Sin Differently by Leisha is a powerful, introspective anthem that blends vulnerability with quiet defiance. Here's a detailed breakdown. Song overview, theme and meaning. Theme and meaning. I don't know why I can't talk. This song is a personal reflection on morality, judgment, and redemption, centered around the idea that everyone has flaws, but not everyone sins the same way. The title itself challenges the listener. I Sin Differently doesn't deny wrongdoing, it just reframes it as human, not shameful. Okay. It's that's kind of what I was meaning, but it was also kind of like people that point out other people's wrongdoings when they're not really reflecting on themselves and their own wrongdoings. Individual agency. The speaker resists others' attempts to control or fix them. Religious undertones. Lines like "Let go, let God," and "I hope you're a forgiver" evoke Christian language, but the singer stands outside rigid dogma. Yeah, I feel like people are really quick to judge and point out people's sins or wrongdoings or whatever, and that's not really their place to do. So that's kind of what really the song is about. Emotional honesty. Rather than pretending to be perfect, the speaker confesses, hoping for understanding, not condemnation. Lyrics breakdown. Verse 1. I'm not going to read the verses and the choruses this time because I feel like it's so weird to read them without saying them. So if you want to listen to the song, feel free. Okay, verse 1. The voice of external expectations looms. Do this, do that, don't miss, don't crack, which are the lyrics. It reflects the relentless pressure to behave, perform, and conform. The speaker hears this echo as a kind of inner critic or societal chorus. Yep. Chorus, a defiant plea. You can't tell me because you are not a saint. Asserts that no one is morally superior. The repetition of, oh my gosh. Okay. My cat was biting me. Chorus, a defiant plea. You can't tell me because you are not a saint. Asserts that no one is morally superior. Yes. The repetition of "Yes, I'm a sinner" is both a confession and a challenge. I hope you're a forgiver, a forgetter. Yeah, because if you're supposed to forgive and forget, then you should stop. I feel like this song was kind of like for people who are on their high horse, like pointing out the wrongdoings of other people without looking at themselves, like I said, and not really thinking about forgiveness. So, yeah. Verse 2. Leisha pushes back harder. Yeah, this is so funny. You think it's your place to say more, which is the lyrics. A call out to those who moralize or judge others' actions. There's a spiritual tension, surrendering to a higher power, let go, let God, but questioning those who claim authority in his name. Yes, I feel like, I don't want to be controversial, but I feel like some religious people are not practicing what they preach. And that's all I'm gonna say there, because I'll let the music speak for itself. Bridge, the most vulnerable moment. Sin isn't sweet, but sometimes in relief, captures the human need for escape, even through flawed choices. It's not an excuse, but a truth. The line, I struggle to believe, touches on doubt, pain, and the hope for clarity. I love how this describes my song, honestly. It's great. Okay, I'm gonna give them this song, but before I do, it has a kind of like a music style inferred. While the exact instrumentation would clarify this, based on Leisha's tone in other tracks, likely minimalist and moody, maybe piano or soft synth driven, which it's not, but that's interesting. A slow tempo giving space to the emotion. Her vocal delivery probably mixes breathy into oh my gosh. Start over. Her vocal delivery probably mixes breathy intimacy with lyrical strength, similar to artists like Dottie, Lana Del Rey, or Gracie Abrams. Thank you. Okay, emotional impact. I Sin Differently speaks for anyone who's felt judged, cornered, or misunderstood for their personal struggles. It's an anthem for quiet rebels, those trying to survive in a world that demands perfection but offers no forgiveness. That is a good line. Those trying to survive in a world that demands perfection but offers no forgiveness. Whew, that's really good, because I feel like cancel culture is really big, and I understand why people get canceled, and it's good to hold people accountable, but we also need to leave a little bit of room for people to change and for forgiveness, because wouldn't you want that for yourself? And I feel like that's hard to do, and I know that some people don't want to forgive certain things, so I understand that. I know it's probably a case-by-case basis, but final thoughts. Leisha's songwriting in this track is raw. I feel like it says it's raw on like every song, but hey, that's cool. Deeply human and gracefully resistant. She doesn't ask for pity, she asks for understanding. I like that. And in doing so, she gives voice to a universal feeling, the need to be seen, flaws and all. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna give it the actual song to see if it gives me any music notes. Okay, here's a richer take on I Sin Differently by Leisha now that we have the official track. Music and vocal delivery. Intimate tone. Leisha uses a soft yet resolute singing style that feels personal, like a diary entry. That's so nice. Minimal production. The arrangement is subdued. Think gentle piano or soft electronic ambience, allowing her vocals and lyrics to remain center stage. There's no piano or soft electronic ambience. It's like guitars and stuff. Dynamic build. The song grows slowly, the emotional stakes rise into the chorus and bridge, mirroring the lyrical progression from restraint to raw honesty. Themes and emotional resonance. Self-awareness versus external judgment. Leisha knows she errs and asks for space to live authentically without constant scrutiny. Redemption without shame. There's a plea for forgiveness and understanding rather than punishment. Faith versus hypocrisy. Though grounded in spiritual imagery, the song criticizes those who cloak intolerance in religious righteousness. For listeners navigating judgment, whether self-inflicted or external, it offers a safe refuge. Leisha quietly assures, I'm flawed but hopeful, bear with me. I really like that. It says, would you like a side-by-side comparison of both title tracks from the I Sin Differently EP, which it is the title track, but I'll just say yes and see what happens. Through these two songs, which I guess I wish I could link them all. Oh, I guess I can. But it says, between those two songs, I Hate the System and I Sin Differently, it says, I am hurting, I am flawed, but I still matter. I won't be silenced by systems, and I won't be condemned by saints. But I like the first one. I am hurting, I am flawed, but I still matter. I really like that because I feel like that's the human experience, right? We all experience hurts, we are all flawed, but we all still matter. So yeah. Okay, so Leisha's I Sin Differently EP is a journey through survival, protest, and grace. It begins in emotional suppression, moves through anxiety and rebellion, and ends in a vulnerable honesty. It's quiet but powerful, an introspective protest wrapped in poetic songwriting. That's like a huge compliment. I love that so much. This is why I'm doing this. Let's be honest. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what it will say about my other two songs, because they're pretty different than these ones, especially like sonically. So, and I've already put it in for one of my songs I haven't released yet, and I'm really excited about what that says. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next video.